We're here now, Jonathan Tobin, editor-in-chief of the Jewish News Syndicate, as we prepare, hopefully, for this family and so many others to return home. What can you tell me about just the details of this deal for both Israel and that region?
Well, the main thing for Israelis is that hostages that have been held by Hamas since October 7th, 2023, are going to be released. We don't know exactly how many of them are alive or dead. But as you just posted some of those names, those families are overjoyed. I think all decent people everywhere will rejoice at the freedom of any of these people who were kidnapped amid the orgy of murder and rape, torture, and wanton destruction that took place on October 7th. It will also mean, some things that are a very bitter pill for Israelis and friends of Israel. Part of that is the release of up to 1,000 Palestinian terrorists, many of whom have blood on their hands. And there are families in Israel whose children, whose family members, loved ones have been murdered. And the murderers are now going to go free and get a hero's welcome back in Gaza or in the West Bank. That's a bitter pill. Also, Hamas is celebrating this as a win because they are still alive. They've been beaten. The Israeli Defense Forces has destroyed much of their military capability, but by withdrawing from those areas the IDF is currently in, and from the Netzarim Junction, which divides the Strip, Hamas is likely to take back control of Gaza and return, as its goal has been, to where it was on October 6, 2023, as the Islamist tyrants of an independent Palestinian state in all but name pledged not merely to Israel's destruction and the genocide of its population, but also to repeat more October 7th atrocities. And that's why this is so difficult for Israel. But they more or less have to do it, not merely because they want to get some of their people free, and there's no guarantee that the second stage, where the other 60 hostages, alive or dead, we don't know, will be released. In fact, most people doubt that Hamas will keep its word and that this will happen. But President Trump's involvement, he provided some real moral clarity on the hostage-taking situation. That was very much to his credit. And his threats also helped concentrate the minds of Hamas's allies, Qatar and Iran and Turkey, as well as Hamas itself. But he also put pressure on Israel to do this because he wants the optics of a ceasefire on his inauguration day. And much like President Reagan in 1981, to say that people are coming home because of his peacemaking efforts. As much as people will be overjoyed, by the release of any hostages, and as much as President Trump will bask in, the glory of helping to create this ceasefire, this will create problems down the line that he's going to have to deal with and sometimes make decisions, but that perhaps he won't want to make.
Right. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.